Okay, we are back in business at the post-disaster evacuation service because ever since the launch of Odyssey, there have been no passenger missions in the burning stations. You go there and there are no passenger missions. So anybody who wanted to do rescues would have to do them in Horizons. When on Thursday there was still no missions in the burning stations, I posted saying that there would be no squad orders until the issue was fixed, because I don't feel right telling people, oh, you've got to play in Horizons and you've got to do rescues and you've got to help us. It should be working in both games. And so until it was, I felt that I didn't really feel the right to tell anybody how they should play. And so Zach then dropped in. Zach Cocken, community manager at FDev, dropped in and said, sorry to hear this is still a problem for you. I'm going to do everything in my power to raise this, escalate it, and get it fixed for you, because that's a whole gameplay loop that is not enabled. And, well, of course, that's absolutely all correct. And we were like, well, look, anything you can do, because we know that the community managers are not the devs. They can only pass things on. They're not going to be fixing any of these bugs themselves. But Zach has always been a great supporter of the squad, and I'm indebted to him for pushing this and getting it fixed. So exceptional job there. And ever since he mentioned our tiny little squadron on one of the live streams, he's always popped in from time to time just to see how we're doing, just to say hello. And I didn't honestly expect something to get sorted out as quickly as this. I had no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Zach would do everything he said he was going to do and pass it on, and try and get some answers for us and a solution. And so, yeah, stand-up job there, mate. Stellar work. Thank you very, very, very much for restoring not only this gameplay loop, but the reason for our squadron existing. But I think it goes a long way. I really do think it goes a long way when things like this are fixed sooner rather than later, because for those players like me who, yes, alright, of course we're frustrated that the game isn't working properly, but I'm also extremely saddened and disappointed and frankly fed up with the abuse and wild accusations. I just think that's utterly wrong, and no matter what your problem is with someone, that doesn't give you the right to make up false accusations against them. Usually the most mean-spirited, spiteful and nasty accusations that people can think of, and hurl them at someone, I just think that's wrong, and I have become actually quite sick of it and quite disgusted with the people who've been doing it. And so it's nice to report something positive, that through working with a community manager who has done what they said they were going to do and passed the message on to the devs and got back to us and got a fix, it's nice that with the bugs and performance issues that still need fixing in Odyssey, that we have got some positive player and company interaction to report. So stand-up job by Zach. You are a star, mate. Really, really appreciate you pushing this. And thanks to Sally for posting it on the forums and informing the community that those who want to do rescues in Odyssey can now do so and get on with it. So there you go. It's all been fixed. Massive thanks to Zach. You can now do rescues in Odyssey. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and do some. So yeah, coming in stock, handing these passengers in, and even our little plugin for EDMC is tracking the rescues as we hand them in. So it is great to be back. It's good to be back doing what we do, pulling people out of the fire and worrying about the reasons later. So as the Ferrari fridge comes into land, let's hand these in. And normally, because I'm rescuing in bulk, I just take the money. I don't bother too much about rep because I can usually clear out a station in about 3 to 4 trips, 3.5 to 4 trips in the Corvette anyway. And so you may as well just take all the jobs that are there, do them for all the factions. I know there are people who do this just to get Federation rank or to get Empire rank, but this is worth doing. It never hurts to get in with a few NPC factions who probably have a presence in other systems, and in this case there's a player faction here too, Operation Ida, who are always worth supporting. So there you have it. I've now rescued 845 passengers so far, and what I've done is, because I have my carrier parts in the system, I've transferred over some cargo and some collector limpets so that when I run the passenger board out to passengers while I'm waiting for it to refresh, I shall go and pick up escape pods, and we will have missions here for that. Yeah. As well as a few Thargoid missions, Thargoid killing missions, some good money being given out for destroying interceptors and silly money being given out for destroying scouts. That all works, but then the mission board always did work. And there you are. There's your salvage occupied escape pods, there's your wreckage components, black boxes. You can go and pick up all that stuff and hand it in for more rep, more money, very good money too. Look at that. Once you're allied, this is the kind of money that you're going to make. 4 occupied escape pods for 1/3 million. So yeah, all is well again. And also, if you want, they have the commodities market. If you want to bring medicines, would be favourite. Basic medicines, they're usually the best things to sell to the commodities market. We're not sure if this still helps or not, but it used to. And in the Galnet text, it often says, you know, bring food, clothing, and basic medicines to the rescue ships. So we're going to assume that part still works. Although it's not something that we focus on. We focus on evacuations, people and items. But that is another option open to people who want a non-combative way to do their bit to defeat an incursion, but who don't actually want to fight the aliens. Rescues and deliveries are a way for people to do that, who for various reasons may not want to fight the Thargoids, but do want to do their bit to help limit the damage that the Thargoids do. Okay, the final thing to look at is collecting pods, although the mission board has always worked in Odyssey. But we're going to go in and we're going to pick up some escape pods, and I've already taken some transactions from the mission board here, so I have 17 of those to fill. Just get into some quiet bit of space like that. And this build has been put together so that it would take around the same time to collect absolutely everything, all the pods, all the materials, a lot, in about the same time it would take to fill up from the passenger board, or even a little bit less time, so that neither activity takes longer than the other. Again, the Corvette ideal for this, with 128 ton cargo bay and 24 collectors, or 256 and 21 collectors. And as you can see, it doesn't take long at all. Alright. And you can relog. To get more.
Collector limpet expired. Cargo scope retracted.
So brilliant, they can be handed in. For more money, more reputation, material rewards if you want those. So yeah, once again, huge thanks to Zach for completing the gaming loop for us, getting passenger missions restored, so now we can collect passengers, we can collect pods, and we can do everything that we could formerly do in Horizons. So yeah, once again, massive thanks to him, and it's great to be back in business.